So this enemy, if you guys don't know, this damage is going to be inflated as fuck. This enemy is the next MOC. There's early access here, so it's not leaks. It's already been shown. So this is the next boss of the next MOC. This is why I say Aglaea is probably going to go up, because she is going to be best in slot for the 12-2 side. Ladies and gentlemen, Loki here, back at it again with another YouTube video. Today I was gonna do this maybe tomorrow, because obviously that's when Tribute comes out, and I do expect the tier list to shake up, maybe a little bit more on the amplifier side. I'm not necessarily sure, but we'll talk about it, we'll speculate. But I did previously state when Aglaea debuted in 0.5 that after the debut of Nicador, she would move up to T0. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect everyone else to move down. That I didn't expect, but let's go over this Prydwen tier list. Let's get right into it. So we take a look at the changelog for Firefly and Fei Xiao. It basically says both characters are still absolutely strong, but Fei Xiao is at a disadvantage in the AoE focused phases. And Firefly, see, here's the thing about Fei Xiao though. Everyone is doing damage on that premium Fei Xiao team. So I would say when it comes to, I mean, obviously, again, I don't know, like this does not benefit Fei Xiao or Acheron. The 20% energy regenerated, it does nothing for them. Doesn't do too much for Topaz either, if you think about that. Venturine, sure, but you can get more. Well, I mean, that's Sig though. I have to remember this tier list is no Sig, so I can't. This energy plus Robin Sig is obviously going to be like insane, but this whole tier list is no Sig. I have to keep that in mind. But yeah, with this buff, Aglaea and the Herta both benefit from it. I would say the Herta probably more than Aglaea, just because Aglaea's energy cap is 350, right? As long as you have Sunday, you're going to get her ult. The extra 20% does help, but it doesn't help as much as like just having Sunday, right? Like it doesn't replace Sunday. But again, I don't know what their criteria is. Are they just saying floor 12 specifically? Is that how everyone's rated, based on just floor 12? Because if we look at floor 10, Hule still gets clapped up by Fei Xiao on floor 10. Floor 11, we see Boot Hill move down as well. About the tier list, we see Boot Hill move down as well, right? He moved down to T1. He still claps Venturine. Even without Sig, he is with 1.1 million HP per phase. But I do have the E0 S0 Boot Hill, so I don't know about that one. I would have to take a look at where Boot Hill was placed previously. Here, let's see what it says in the changelog. Severe disadvantage in lays, yeah, being a single target. Okay, I mean, sure. I mean, it's gonna cost you a few cycles. Yeah, it's gonna cost you a few cycles, but I'm trying to think if you can have a team to where you can take out this guy, because he summons like extra dudes, right? And then this guy is just he's just there being annoying. None of these guys have physical weakness. Sure. So yeah, I mean, I guess if that's the criteria, sure. Because you're still going to clear with Boot Hill. It's just gonna take you a second, you know? So if that's the criteria, how fast you can clear, then yeah, I guess it's okay to move him down. Firefly slash Rappa, they still clap up this guy easy. He's extremely slow too. I think it's like 106 speed. So I was able to easily dispatch this guy with but as far as the Firefly, so with Fei Xiao's team, everyone's attacking, right? Everyone's doing damage. Your Topaz is doing damage, or March, your Moza is doing damage. That's another team I did kind of like want to try, was Fei Xiao, Moza, Robin, and Aventurine. So floor 12. Do you have resistances to any of these elements? That's effect res. So it's just 20% to everything. Okay. First turn delay 50%. Okay. Yeah, I mean, because here's the thing. A lot of the MOCs where Fei Xiao was T0, there were still AoE scenarios. She just handles them because she goes so often, because of the nature of a follow-up attack team, right? Everyone's going multiple times, so it's like a single target AoE team, right? It's like a hybrid because everyone's going multiple times. But I could see it falling off. I do see that, especially at E0 S0. I have S1 for Fei Xiao. I'm not sure if S1's enough to put her in T0, but for this MOC specifically, and you also have to keep that in mind, right? They're not like, again, T0 does not mean bad. A lot of people will instantly just be like, dislike. No, you said T0 mean bad. T0 doesn't mean bad. It just means there are better options, right? And this MOC, I would be shocked if Aglaea wasn't T0, which is why I played the clip at the beginning, because Aglaea, this MOC is made for Aglaea. Not only that, I think the Nikador boss is actually made for Aglaea as well. She handles that boss. She can actually, because if you don't know, your damage gets amplified like a lot once you take out the U on the other side. And her being an AoE focused character, she can do that quite easily. And then Sunday's gonna give her an extra turn. It's a cakewalk for Aglaea. But the same can be said for the Herta. I think the energy regen, like I said earlier, actually benefits the Herta more than Aglaea, just because she doesn't have as big of a energy cap, right? And we also don't have Tribby in the game as of right now, recording this video, right? That extra energy, like when Tribby comes out tomorrow, right? Run the Herta on the Nikador side with Tribby and watch how easy that's going to be. It's actually going to be insane. But one thing I did want to say about Firefly is, if you're even at, see, I don't know, I don't have S0 and I just don't feel like testing without her Zig, but in the Firefly, Fugue, Ronmei, Linksha team, I'm always going to give the Fugue buff to Linksha and plant with Firefly and let Linksha assist in the breaking. So I think if you have Linksha on the team, because I mean, obviously in the tier list, you rate it based on their premium team, right? Their actual best team. That is going to, like, she's gonna assist with the breaking. I did attempt this on the Nikador side, I think, but I think my actual clear I ran on the swarm side, and then obviously Linksha's helping pop bugs. You have the defensive shred coupled with Fugue's defensive shred and the bugs defensive shred, so it adds up. And I was hitting like 800k with Firefly, but that is Sig though, and maybe they are right to actually move her down without Sig, because if we do take a look, I believe it's 17% worse, yeah, than on the Fall of an Aeon. It's 17% worse. So yeah, maybe in these scenarios it is time to move these characters down. Hopefully, like, this says a lot. Honestly, this says a lot, because now we look at it, if we have more AoE focused MOCs, is it time to potentially increase the multipliers of these characters a little bit, just so they can keep up with the future characters? Because when you go down this road of buffing older characters, you kind of have to continuously do it if you're going to continue to inflate the HP of these enemies. Yunli goes down, Argenti goes up, Team Yun goes down, probably because there's like usage. Black Swan's being watched. I'm not sure if that means they want to bring her down potentially. I'm not exactly sure, but this is the tier list for the MOC. And as far as Triby's placement, let me think about it. Sunday won't move. Robin won't move because Robin currently is used in the Herta teams. You're either using Robin or you're using Remembrance MC at the current moment. But does that mean when Triby comes out tomorrow, is there a potential, because if Firefly moves down, is there a potential for Ron May to move down? Because universally it's going to be better to have Triby on most teams, just because Respen benefits everything. Like, Respen is going to increase your damage on everything, whereas if there's a lot less break oriented bosses, then Ron May's value actually does go down. So are we gonna see Triby up here tomorrow and Ron May in 0.5? That potentially could be a thing. That potentially could be a thing. I do think the delay is insane. It's something that people don't talk about enough, but I could potentially see this tier list moving in that direction. Acheron still in 0.5. Acheron does, if you have Zhao Shou, Acheron does well against Nikador. He is weak to lightning, and obviously Zhao Shou is going to get you a ton of ults, and eventually you're going to pop the clones on the other side for a ton of damage. Triby's another one of those characters that can be used on these Acheron teams, so I don't know if Acheron will go up, but for right now, we have Aglaea and the Herta sitting in the T0 spot. Fei Xiao, Firefly move down. The most controversial tier list to date. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.